Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'd like to show you a lovely old Jaguar that we're offering for sale. Come on over and take a look at it. You'll find out in my presentation, this car is an easy car for me to get excited about. I love these cars. I love these XK series cars. I have one myself. I have a 57 140 drop head coupe. I just love the combination that Jaguar has with the style of these cars, the presence, how they look, and most importantly to me, how they drive. They're phenomenal performers, really strong engines. When they're taken care of properly, they're actually very reliable and just wonderful old cars with surprising performance. This particular car has a great history to it. We did get a heritage certificate, and we know from the heritage certificate the car was born November 7th, 1957. It then arrived over here. Dispatch was November 22nd, 1957. And it came over Jaguar Cars, New York. We also know, and we do have letters and emails about this, which we will post in the gallery. So please take the time to read everything, all the photos we take pertaining to this car's history, because it's a well-known history. The car had 5 owners. The new owner bought it brand new in 1957 and owned it till the early 60s. The second owner of the car, which was really the long-term owner, had the car for almost 40 years. He had it from the early 60s until around 2000. He is the one that in the late 90s, 98, 99, had the car refurbished. It was resprayed and a beautiful paintwork was done on the car. It's done in its original dove gray, and dove gray is a very particularly nice looking color on these cars. It's not white. It just has subtle gray in it, and I think it's just gorgeous on these cars. He worked for Norfolk Southern Railroad, and he had the car transported to Bartlett, who was well known for doing high-end interiors in these cars, and had the car entirely retrimmed in the original color. So the interior was done in the late 90s by Bartlett Company. Leather, of course, wool, beautiful headliner, beautiful carpeting, all done properly. And we will show you pictures. There was one flaw in the headliner where it was patched at one point, recently. So we then have, so the car was owned around 2000. Third owner had the car from 2000 to 2018. And then we have the car was sold to the fourth owner from 18 to 23. That is the fellow in those years, which is relatively recent now. The car had some major servicing work done. The brake system was overhauled, a new brake master cylinder, all new calipers, because this is a 4-wheel disc car. Also, the engine was pulled out, a new clutch was installed, the flywheel was resurfaced, new clutch hydraulics were installed, and then other regular maintenance items. So a lot of work was done on this car mechanically in around 2018 or so, and those are the receipts that you'll see in the gallery. It was then purchased relatively recently, and it was in the Allentown area at this point, by a collector near Baltimore, and that is who we are representing the car for now. He's changing his collection, he's selling some of his cars, and this is a Jaguar that he's had for a little bit, but not too long. So let me just take you on a tour around the car. So it's a car, it's always been loved, it's always been well cared for, it never fell into bad shape, so it's always just been a very lovely driver car at this point. The engine is the original block. We know from the heritage certificate, and we checked the engine numbers and we posted photos of that. It did have a replacement cylinder head at some point. So we know this is not the original cylinder head, but it is the original block and lower engine and subassemblies. The car also over there on its bulkhead does have its original plate. It's original to the car. It has the plate above that, has all of its original numbers there, and they all match. That's where we got the numbers for the heritage certificate. Please watch the driving video. The car drives beautifully. It has a particularly good condition original Moss box, which is unusual. Normally the synchros are pretty well gone, but this one is quite nice. Coming along the car, all of the chrome and everything, this car, in my opinion, has a great patina. It is not a fresh restoration. This is probably original chrome. There's no corrosion anywhere. There's no rust. It just has, I think, that lovely patina going. Even the chrome around these little lenses. It's really nice here. This is an area where these cars rust. This is still in great shape. The lines of the car are nice, very solid all along here. The door alignment is nice. These cars have such long flowing lines, and this one is just in great shape. So come on over here and let's look at the interior, which is, I just drop dead gorgeous on these cars. I just love how they finish them. And this is in excellent condition. So all of the chrome is beautiful. All the leather is gorgeous. The leather on the seats really is showing no wear anywhere on the bolsters or anything. They're firm. Steering wheel's excellent. All of the gauges and instrumentation are working on the car. The carpeting is beautiful. So it's a lovely place to spend some time. I'll show you on the back here, it has the Jaguar little cubby that goes into the trunk, into the boot of the car, which I think is cool. And again, Bartlett did this car, so it's done to a very high standard. All of the trim is beautiful. Over here you can see the headliner with the little repair, the little patch up there. And that's really the only flaw on the interior of the car. And down here again, I'll also show you, the sills are very nice, the door jambs are nice, all of this is just what you would expect. So I would put this in a very nice, relatively high quality driver car. Also, I love on the Jags, all the little mechanisms. It's just, I love these cars, they're cool. The rear taillight lenses, the British cars were on everything, and Jaguar made the little pedestal for it. The chrome trim in the rear, same thing, very nice condition. You'll also see in the chassis photos, relatively new stainless steel exhaust on this car. So when you look at the photos, you'll see a car that has been maintained, taken care of. I would not be afraid to drive this car anywhere in its current condition. It's ready to go. So let me show you the boot a little bit. We've also got the proper finishing here. We have the tool that releases the spare tire area, which I've already released for the photography. So this opens up. We have the spare, the hold down, original jack. This is the crank that operates the jack. And we have the obligatory hammer down there to knock off the knockoffs. So this is all really just nice condition. It appears it never was a rusty car. I think it never, like I said earlier, never fell to disrepair. Coming along the right side of the car, same thing. You see nice welting on the fenders, nice and straight. I also love, personally, they painted the wire wheels white, which I think is a cool look. It's distinctive on the car. That's personal choice, but it's worn the white paint on the wheels for a long time. The right side door panel is the same as the driver, meaning it's excellent condition, straight stitching, beautiful chrome, nicely done. And there's the wonderful Jaguar dash, all the cool instrumentation. So the one thing the car could use is it should have an antenna. The antenna was missing. There's just a plug there. So that's, to me, that's the one kind of glaring thing. That would be nice. And just a manual antenna should be installed there. That's about it. So if you've been thinking about one of these XK series cars, the 150 is the end of the line. Of course, it's the wider car, where Jaguar widened it, which also means it's a lot more comfortable inside the car. It's an iconic car in the Jaguar lineup. This is a known car, 5 known long-term owners, great shape, great condition. It's fully drivable just the way it is. And hopefully, we'll find someone who will continue to love this car, because this is a good one that deserves to be driven, taken to shows, and just enjoyed. So please ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them. We'll provide any additional photos. As usual, we welcome people to come and inspect the car or send someone to inspect it. We're very open to that. We enjoy that when people come and visit us and see the cars. So this will be a fun car to find a new home for. Thanks for taking the time and watching our video.